Welcome back, everyone. Today's going to be a short little clip. We're working on Gertrude, and turns out the drive shaft that came out of her originally actually slides in the 4L60 trans, and it's about 2 3/4 inches too long. So we're going to show you how to do a Redneck budget drive shaft shortening here today. So we got the crusty old drive shaft laid out on the bench here. I already did a little bit of marking, but I'm going to clean it all up real nice, and I'll show you a couple tricks about how to cut it real nice and straight so you can shorten it kind of, semi-professionally. Gotta get yourselves one of these little sanding wheel flappy discs. Get rid of some of that rustage going on. Alright, now we've got it all cleaned up a little bit. Could have went a little more and got some more of that stuff out, but it'll be alright. It's nice and hazy in here from all that rust fumage just kind of wafting through the air. So now, I just kind of picked a spot on it. I'm going to measure out our section, put marks on it, and then we can see where to cut it. Alright, I got 2 little marks on here. You can't really see them because I just kind of penciled them in. What you want now is 2 halves pieces of paper, or two scraps of paper, as long as it's got straight lines on it. You want to take the paper, and you want to line it up with your mark on there, just straight. And then you want to overlap the paper, and you want to line the edges of the paper up completely straight. That way you know you have a perfectly straight line all the way around. If I can get it to line up here, that'd be fantastic. Okay, get it like that. Get it nice and tight around there. Take yourself a piece of tape. Tape it on there real nice and tight. Make sure you don't want it overlapping that line there. Okay, that's on there. Then you want to do your second mark over here, wherever that was. Probably smudged it off. There we go. Throw that on.
So I'm assuming that's the amount we need to take out for sure.
Yep. So I measured it. 2 3/4 inches is where we need to be.
10-4.
That's with the drive shaft setting about inch and a quarter out of the transmission. That way, if we get suspension compression, drive shaft ain't bottoming out in the transmission or nothing dumb. So I'm going to take that one up. Make sure it stayed somewhat fairly straight and centered because, I think this is all. Yep, that won't work. Oh, actually there might be some in there. So then the easiest way to do this I've found is just go and you just put a little paint around your paper there. And we'll just give that a minute to dry, then we'll pull the paper off and cut exactly along that line. Another thing I forgot to mention that's a good idea, we got ourselves a little, rocker holder from NLS here. You just want to lay that on there. I already kind of marked it, but you want a straight line, go along there and mark it up nice. And then when you cut it, you can bolt it up or weld it up exactly straight how it was, and you won't have off-balance wobbly issues. So, got that. Now we'll chop this apart and try to get it straight. Well, we got some safety protection on. Got ourselves a little cut-off wheel. We're going to see how badly we can screw this nice straight cut up. It's fairly straight. It'll be good. You don't need to look at it. Alright, now for this side. Well, we got this one whacked off, that one whacked off. It's fairly straight. We got just a little bit of imperfection, but that's what the welder's for.
So it looks probably better.
Yeah, this side's a tad bit better. It was the second one we did, so. Get yourselves one of these fancy leveling boards. You want to line up your little markums you got on there. They don't got to be perfectly straight, just, as long as it's fairly close. Which right there is about right. You want to set it on like that. Then you want to go around and make sure it's flat all the way around. You don't want it sticking off the one side a little bit. That'll get that old tire shake going on sort of feel. I'm going to take our, rocker tray from the LS here. lay it on top and see if it's seeming to be straight. That'll do. Oh, there's grease. I've been greased. That's your fault. Packing your bearings, getting grease everywhere. Used all the rags to clean up his mess, and now I don't have any.
I hear a lot of boo hoo hoo.
We got our old welder here with the... Are you kidding me? There's grease everywhere.
That's great.
Let's get rid of this before
Always keep
else gets greased.
grease everywhere,
Yeah.
so that you surprise yourself.
Okay. So we're lining our little markings up there. We'll set it flat with this board. I'm just going to tack it, and then we'll spin it around and do some straight edging and see if it is for sure straight. Because I don't have a lot of faith in this old piece of skid board. Slightly tack them now. Okay.
Probably our next move is to find an actually straight edge.
Yeah, that's the problem. We
That
need
might-
something that's
I mean,
certainly correct.
who would have a straight edge in their shop?
I don't know. Probably someone that does fabricating. So we should probably have one then, right?
Probably should.
Somewhere.
You have
This
like
thing looks fairly straight.
that's not a
It's got
straight
an
edge.
edge. It's straight and it has an edge.
That's questionable. You don't have like your roller from your when you were in school, them special ed classes.
Yeah, I don't think I got that one anymore. Oh boy. That's what you want to see. You get a little bit of wobble on the straight edge there. That means you're right on the money. Do a little bit of breaking the welds off here real quick.
Make sure you touch right where you just welded.
Yeah. We need groundage.
Gotta stay grounded.
Yep. Alright, there we maybe? Might stay. Alright. Clamping on rounded edges do not work very well. Need one of those fancy magnets that sticks to the metal.
Well, cue the elevator music.
The welding helmet did not dim. That was very bright.
Must be a quality helmet.
Yeah. Okay, now this side has a little bit of a gap. This is the side I'm a little worried about. Yeah, it's not really perfectly straight there. Now let's see if it's straight, which is the straight side.
Hopefully the Driveshaft shops are watching this and taking notes.
Yeah. I learned some valuable information.
Definitely.
No ground. You really just want to look right into it with no tending whatsoever.
You run out of batteries.
Oh, maybe if we switched it to weld instead of grind.
Nice.
Maybe now it'll work.
That might make a difference.
Possibly.
You never know. I didn't even realize them things had a setting for grind.
I didn't either. It must be a fancy one.
Well, it is a Vulcan, so it's obviously fancy.
Okay, now let's do a little more buzzing things. That's very bright in my eyes yet. Low battery test. Nope, looks to be fine. Let's adjust some adjustments here. Let's try that. Nothing is happening. Well, we got one of those always dim helmets now. This thing is just black. So, we'll give this a shot. Not super happy with the weld there. Maybe we'll give her a little more heat.
Not the best penetration.
Not really. You kind of want that for, you know, a drive shaft.
Yeah, it's kind of better when they don't come flopping through the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of personal preference, I guess, but
Yeah, it's kind of what you're into. Let's try this now. That worked a little better. Once I slowed down, it just probably shouldn't look at that too close.
started burning in there a little bit.
Definitely ain't no professionalized welds here with a hardwood
So-
motor.
Probably the trick is to what? Not build too much heat in one spot.
I would imagine, I'm probably guessing that would make some flexing things, but you never know.
You know what we should have done?
What should have we done?
I'm about to blow the internet's mind.
What should have we done?
Balancing beads in the drive shaft.
You're a genius. Dump like 2 packs in there. Thing gets spinning, it balances itself out.
Should have thought of that
You wouldn't
sooner.
even have to check if it was straight. It could have been all bobbled. Would have rode true as anything. I don't know.
I don't know if that's a thing or not, but
True as the engine's gonna run.
just popped into a feller's head.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's nice. Got a bit of a hole. Quit blowing holes in my ship.
This side looks good.
Oh boy.
Well, now it's going to be all sorts of out around and weighted because we'll have all kinds of weld on that side. What is going on? Oh, there's a nail in our board. Maybe that's why it wasn't going level.
Now we completely up a creek, huh?
Oh, no, it'll be fine. Give her a little bit more cleaning and ground fell off again.
Having a lot of fun with that ground, aren't you?
We're not having a good time with the ground tonight. All right.
Hey. What are you doing?
I need to turn the heat down a little bit.
Blowing holes in it. Ay, ay, ay.
Ah, you know, my pickup one I did didn't do that. It welded real nice, but these thin little G-body ones, I tell you what.
I see. Well, if you blow equal holes in both sides.
That's what I was going for, actually, because I put one on the other side, and we'll fill in the hole, and it'll be the same amount of weight.
That makes sense.
I want you fellas to drop down in the comments and see Do you think this thing's gonna vibrate or not? Is it gonna be true, or is it gonna shake like crazy above like 40 miles an hour? You let us know, and we'll let you know once we get it driving.
This is completely experimental. This is not a how-to.
No, that's a good disclaimer. Don't try this at home unless you got like a rock crawler that you just don't care about and it's not going above 20 miles an hour. This is more or less, we have another drive shaft, so we're just gonna give this a shot so we can just kind of get some little testing to figure out
It's like
if the engine's gonna run and shift.
like 50, 75 bucks to get one of these Shorten.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's gonna come up with that kind of money?
Then you have to go all the way to the shop and take out a loan, and yeah, it's rough. So we got a welder, so we'll take care of it real quick. That's a lot of smuts on there.
It's gonna take a little bit of grinding. That's better than blowing holes in it, at least.
That is true. Alrighty, we did a little grinding here, smoothed our pathetic chicken poop welds out, and threw some paint on it. Never even know, except for the grinding.
I'll interpret for some of those. We just pulled this out of the lathe, and it looked perfect. We powder coated that little spot, and it should be absolutely perfect.
That is correct. So we will put this in the car, and we'll probably end up doing some testing to tell you guys, you know, does this hold up to power? Can you do this at home? So
it took us, what, 20 minutes, half hour?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we would have to drive 20 minutes to the Driveshaft shop. So this is a big time saver, and if you're looking to make a lot of power, this is the way to do it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for, you know, when we actually get the car driving and send it a little bit and see if this thing comes through the trunk or flies out the side, or if it just really holds a lot of power. So
we'll let you know how bad it vibrates.